You might not notice it right away, but something as seemingly harmless as swollen ankles or tingling in your legs could be your body whispering that something deeper is out of balance. These small signs, often brushed off as normal after a long day, can actually be early clues to a more systemic issue: poor circulation and chronic inflammation. It's more common than you think, and here in the US, where fast food and sedentary routines dominate daily life, we've become desensitized to these warning signals. But ignoring them can quietly set the stage for long-term health complications. I'm not here to alarm you, but rather to inform and empower you. The truth is, our bodies are incredibly intelligent. They tell us what they need if we're willing to listen. And one of the most effective ways to respond? Nature. There are natural ingredients, simple and accessible, that can help restore balance, improve flow, and reduce that persistent swelling that so many Americans experience. But before I share the first of the 3 powerful ingredients that can truly make a difference, I want you to know something. There's a bonus tip I'll reveal at the end that could significantly enhance the effects of everything we'll talk about today. It's a little-known technique that most people overlook, and using it the right way could shift your results entirely. You see, inflammation and poor circulation often go hand in hand. When blood isn't flowing as it should, either because of lifestyle habits, stress, or dietary choices, your body struggles to remove toxins and deliver nutrients efficiently. Over time, that can lead to fatigue, brain fog, joint pain, even cold hands and feet. These symptoms might not sound serious at first, but they're signs that your internal pathways are slowing down. And when that happens, everything from your metabolism to your immune response can take a hit. Here's the intriguing part. While conventional medicine often treats the symptoms, prescribing pills or recommending compression garments, there's a more natural route that addresses the root cause. And no, it doesn't involve exotic herbs or expensive supplements. We're talking about everyday ingredients that, when used correctly, can gently but powerfully stimulate circulation and ease inflammation. But there's a catch. The effectiveness of these ingredients depends heavily on how you use them. Too much or too little can backfire. That's why it's so important to stick with me through each step. This isn't just a list of foods, it's a strategy, one that aligns with how your body actually works. Swelling, in essence, is the body's response to imbalance, an overload of fluid and tissues, often triggered by inflammation. It can be caused by standing too long, traveling, or even eating processed foods high in sodium. And while it may seem like a minor inconvenience, chronic swelling places stress on your heart, your kidneys, and your lymphatic system. That's why today's insights matter. They're not about short-term fixes, they're about rebuilding balance from within. Now, I know many of us are juggling busy schedules, and taking care of our health often falls to the bottom of the list. But when you understand just how interconnected everything is, from what you eat to how your blood flows to the way your body feels day to day, you start to realize that small changes have the power to create profound shifts. In just a moment, I'm going to introduce the first natural ingredient that plays a key role in unlocking your body's ability to fight swelling and promote better circulation. It's probably sitting in your kitchen right now. But more importantly, I'll explain exactly how and when to use it for maximum impact. Because yes, timing and preparation matter. And remember, at the end, I'll share a special technique that can amplify all these benefits, one that's simple, safe, and surprisingly effective. Don't skip ahead, though. When it comes to your health, missing a step could mean missing the full potential of these natural solutions. What comes next is one of the most foundational parts of this journey. Without it, the rest won't work as it should. And ignoring it won't just slow your progress, it could actually bring about some unwanted effects. Let's take the next step wisely. Let's start with something that might surprise you. One of the most effective natural ingredients for supporting circulation and easing inflammation isn't exotic, expensive, or hard to find. In fact, it's a staple in many American kitchens, though few realize its full potential. I'm talking about ginger. Yes, the same root often used in stir-fries and teas has been studied for its remarkable ability to stimulate blood flow and calm inflammatory responses in the body. The science behind it is fascinating. Ginger contains compounds called gingerols and shogaols, powerful natural substances known for their antioxidant and anti-inflammatory effects. These compounds help relax blood vessels, encouraging smoother circulation and reducing the buildup of pressure in swollen areas. It's like giving your bloodstream a clear path to move through, especially in those hard-to-reach capillaries that tend to become sluggish over time. But ginger's benefits don't stop there. It also supports the digestive system, which plays a surprisingly crucial role in how the body manages inflammation. When digestion is sluggish, it can trigger a chain reaction, poor nutrient absorption, toxin accumulation, and ultimately, inflammation that can manifest as swelling in the limbs or face. Ginger helps stimulate the production of digestive enzymes, encouraging a healthier gut environment, which in turn eases systemic inflammation. Now, before you rush to toss a few slices into hot water, there's something important to understand. How you prepare ginger determines how much benefit you actually get. For instance, fresh ginger retains the highest concentration of active compounds. Steeping it gently in warm, not boiling water for 5 to 7 minutes preserves its properties and makes it easier for the body to absorb. Adding a squeeze of lemon can further enhance its anti-inflammatory potential. But here's a detail most people miss. The time of day matters. Consuming ginger tea on an empty stomach in the morning can amplify its effects, as your body is in a more receptive state after a night of fasting. It helps kickstart circulation, supports digestion for the day ahead, and sets the tone for reduced inflammation throughout your system. It's one of those small habits that, over time, can lead to a tangible difference in how you feel. You might be wondering if store-bought ginger powders or supplements have the same effect. While they can offer some benefits, they often lack the potency of fresh root, and many contain fillers or additives that reduce their effectiveness. That's why I recommend using raw ginger whenever possible. It's affordable, accessible, and, when prepared with intention, remarkably powerful. Here's another interesting point. Combining ginger with a healthy fat source, like a few slices of avocado or a teaspoon of coconut oil, can further improve absorption of its bioactive compounds. This is especially useful for people looking to manage chronic inflammation or improve circulation in colder climates where blood tends to move more sluggishly. Now, let's talk about consistency. While a single cup of ginger tea might bring temporary relief, sustained benefits come from regular use. Making it part of your morning or evening routine helps your body maintain a more balanced inflammatory response and supports continuous circulation. The good news? Ginger is generally safe for most people when used appropriately. But as always, moderation is key. And that brings me to a quick word of caution. Taking high doses of ginger, especially in concentrated supplement form, without proper guidance, can lead to digestive discomfort or interfere with certain medications. So while it's a natural ally, it still deserves your attention and respect. Think of it as a tool, not a cure-all. We've just uncovered the first of 3 powerful ingredients that can change the way your body feels and functions. And the next one? It's not only a strong anti-inflammatory in its own right, but it also unlocks the full potential of other natural remedies when used correctly. Ignoring it won't just reduce your results. It could leave you with an imbalance that hinders your progress or even causes adverse effects. Let's keep building this foundation the right way. Ginger may open the door to better circulation, but the ingredient we're diving into now takes the concept of natural healing to another level. It's been used for centuries in traditional medicine and is now backed by modern science for its profound effects on inflammation and overall flow. And yet, most people are still unaware of its full potential because they're not using it the right way. I'm talking about turmeric, the golden root known for its vibrant color and even more vibrant impact on the body. Turmeric contains a compound called curcumin, which has been widely studied for its powerful anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties. What makes curcumin so effective is its ability to interact with multiple pathways in the body at once. It doesn't just suppress inflammation, it helps modulate it, teaching the body how to regulate itself naturally over time. That's crucial when you're dealing with chronic swelling, stiff joints, or poor blood flow. But here's where things get interesting. Despite its reputation, curcumin is notoriously difficult for the body to absorb. If you sprinkle turmeric into your food or mix it into a smoothie without the proper pairing, you might only be getting a fraction of its benefits. That's why many people give up on it too soon, assuming it doesn't work. In reality, the problem isn't turmeric itself, it's the method of consumption. The secret lies in a simple but often overlooked ingredient: black pepper. Black pepper contains a compound called piperine, which can enhance the bioavailability of curcumin by up to 2,000%. That's not a typo, 2,000%. When these two ingredients are consumed together, curcumin becomes far more effective at reducing systemic inflammation and improving circulation throughout the body. Another important factor is fat. Curcumin is fat-soluble, which means it needs to be consumed with a healthy fat source, like olive oil, avocado, or coconut milk, to be fully absorbed by the body. This is why golden milk, a traditional Indian remedy made with turmeric, black pepper, and warm milk, has been used for generations. It's not just comforting, it's strategic. The best time to consume this combination is in the evening, especially if you deal with swelling after a long day of standing, sitting, or traveling. A warm turmeric drink before bed can help your body process inflammation overnight, reduce fluid retention, and even promote deeper sleep. Sleep, after all, is one of the body's most important healing mechanisms, and improving its quality can have ripple effects on nearly every system, including circulation. Let's not forget one more key detail: consistency. You won't see dramatic results overnight, but regular use, just like with ginger, creates a steady foundation for your body to recalibrate. Many people who begin this practice report less morning stiffness, lighter legs, and even improvements in mood and energy after just a couple of weeks. It's not magic, it's a return to balance. But as with any powerful natural remedy, the dosage matters. Too much turmeric, especially in supplement form, can cause digestive upset or interfere with certain medications. That's why natural food-based approaches are not only safer, but also more sustainable in the long term. Turmeric also supports the liver, which plays a key role in detoxifying the blood. When your liver is working efficiently, your circulation improves, your body filters toxins more effectively, and inflammation levels naturally decline. It's a beautiful example of how one ingredient, when used correctly, can influence multiple aspects of your health. As we continue to build this daily routine for reducing swelling and improving flow, turmeric stands as one of the core pillars. It's more than a spice. It's a strategic ally, and when used with intention, it creates a ripple effect that supports the body on every level. What comes next, though, is perhaps the most unexpected part of this journey. It's a food that many Americans consume regularly without realizing it contains a nutrient so powerful, it can alter your inflammatory profile with just a small daily dose. But used incorrectly, it can just as easily lead to imbalance. So pay close attention, because skipping this one step could not only limit your progress, but also create unintended side effects. Let's move forward carefully and wisely. Now that we've unlocked the power of turmeric and its synergy with black pepper and healthy fats, it's time to explore a less obvious, but equally potent ally in reducing inflammation and supporting optimal blood flow. What makes this next ingredient so unique is not just its effectiveness, but how little of it you actually need to see results. And yet, misuse or overconsumption can easily flip the script, turning what should be healing into something potentially harmful. This ingredient is Brazil nuts, or more specifically, the selenium found in Brazil nuts, a trace mineral that your body needs in tiny amounts, but that plays an outsized role in managing inflammation, supporting heart health, and enhancing overall circulation. Just one Brazil nut can provide more than 100% of the recommended daily intake of selenium, making it one of the most concentrated natural sources of this vital nutrient. Why does selenium matter? Because it acts like a microscopic guardian, neutralizing free radicals and supporting enzymes that protect the lining of your blood vessels. This matters tremendously if you're dealing with chronic swelling or poor flow, as damaged blood vessels are one of the key contributors to both. Selenium also supports the thyroid, which indirectly affects circulation and metabolism. A sluggish thyroid can lead to fluid retention, cold extremities, and a general sense of fatigue, all signs that your internal systems are underperforming. But here's where things get even more intriguing. Most Americans don't get enough selenium from their diets due to soil depletion and heavy reliance on processed foods. At the same time, a small group actually gets too much, especially those taking high-dose supplements or eating large quantities of selenium-rich foods. This delicate balance makes Brazil nuts a brilliant solution when used carefully. Just 1 nut per day is enough for most people. 2, at most. Any more, and you might experience selenium toxicity symptoms like gastrointestinal discomfort or even hair thinning over time. So when we say less is more here, we really mean it. Brazil nuts don't just deliver selenium, they also contain magnesium and healthy fats, both of which further support the circulatory system and help reduce inflammation. Magnesium helps relax blood vessels, improving blood flow, while the fats aid in the absorption of fat-soluble nutrients like vitamin E and curcumin from turmeric. The best way to incorporate Brazil nuts into your routine is in the morning, ideally with breakfast. This aligns with your body's natural metabolic rhythm and ensures that you start the day with a potent anti-inflammatory dose. Pairing it with a bit of fruit or a source of vitamin C can even enhance selenium uptake and protect the delicate oils in the nut from oxidation during digestion. There's also something empowering about the simplicity of this habit. 1 small, intentional act each morning. That's it. No complicated formulas or expensive supplements, just a commitment to nourishing your body with what it needs, in the right amount, at the right time. When you do this consistently, the results add up. Clearer thinking, better circulation, reduced swelling, and a stronger overall sense of well-being. And yet, as helpful as Brazil nuts are, there's a common mistake that too many people make, thinking that more is better. This isn't caffeine or vitamin C. Selenium operates on a narrow therapeutic window. That's why respecting the dose is just as important as recognizing the value of the nutrient itself. When used wisely, it's a game changer. When used carelessly, it becomes a risk. So we've now assembled 3 powerful ingredients: ginger, turmeric, and Brazil nuts, each with its own method of action and set of benefits. Together, they form a natural trifecta for improving circulation and reducing inflammation. But we're not done. Because how you combine these ingredients and the way you introduce them to your body will determine the depth of the results you experience. And there's one final step, an often overlooked preparation technique that can take everything we've discussed and make it exponentially more effective. Without it, not only might your progress stall, but the missteps could introduce unnecessary stress to your system. Let's take that step with precision. When we talk about circulation and inflammation, most people focus only on what they can feel, like the swelling in their feet after standing all day, or the tightness in their legs that seems to return every evening. But underneath those visible symptoms lies a more complex story. What you can't see is how your body is struggling internally to manage inflammation, regulate blood flow, and protect your blood vessels from silent, ongoing damage. That's why this next part of the journey is so important. It's not about adding something new, it's about understanding what happens when you don't act. Let's take a moment to imagine what poor circulation really means. Blood carries oxygen and nutrients to every cell in your body. When that flow is slowed, whether from inflammation, sedentary habits, or narrowed vessels, your body is essentially starving parts of itself. Cells begin to suffer. Healing slows. Toxins build up. You may not feel this in the moment, but over time, it chips away at your vitality. Cold hands and feet? That's your body trying to alert you. Slow wound healing? That's another sign. These aren't random quirks, they're signals, and they matter. The same is true for chronic inflammation. It doesn't just cause pain or puffiness. It creates a low-level storm inside your body that wears down your organs, your joints, your energy levels. It makes everything feel harder, physically and mentally. And left unchecked, this quiet inflammation is now believed to be a common denominator in many long-term health issues, including heart conditions and cognitive decline. But here's the hopeful truth. The 3 natural ingredients we've already explored, ginger, turmeric, and Brazil nuts, aren't just passive players. They help interrupt this damaging process. Ginger supports vascular relaxation and clears up congested pathways. Turmeric cools inflammation at the cellular level. And Brazil nuts replenish selenium, helping restore proper function to your arteries and thyroid. They're not a cure, but they're a foundation, one that your body can build on. Still, even the best natural ingredients can't do much if we're also reinforcing the problem without realizing it. What are some of the most common culprits? Sitting for long hours without movement, dehydration, high sodium foods, sleep deprivation, even unmanaged stress. Each of these factors quietly tightens your blood vessels and feeds the cycle of poor flow and swelling. So while adding healing foods matters, removing or reducing harmful habits is just as critical. One practical action you can take today is what I call a circulation reset. Every 60 minutes, stand up and move for 2 minutes. Stretch, walk around, shake out your arms and legs. This simple reset has been shown to boost blood flow, lower inflammation markers, and even enhance focus. Combined with the anti-inflammatory foods you're now learning to use, this daily rhythm becomes a powerful tool for change. Another game changer? Hydration. Water helps blood maintain its fluidity, allowing it to reach every part of your body with less resistance. Without it, blood thickens slightly, making your heart work harder and your circulation less efficient. Start your day with a full glass of water, and then continue sipping throughout the day. Add a slice of lemon or cucumber if it helps you enjoy it more. Don't underestimate the impact of such a basic shift. Now, this might all seem like a lot to track, but really, it's about building a lifestyle that's supportive, not reactive. It's about small habits done consistently, choosing whole foods, moving with purpose, giving your body what it needs instead of waiting for symptoms to get worse. Prevention is quieter than crisis, but far more powerful. And yes, the real danger lies in ignoring these early signs. If swelling becomes chronic, if circulation remains poor, the risks compound. Your veins weaken, your lymphatic system becomes overburdened. Your heart has to work overtime to push blood through tight, inflamed vessels. This can set the stage for serious complications down the line. But again, not to alarm, only to inform. Because the good news is, you're already doing the work. You've started listening. You've taken the first few steps. And that puts you far ahead of where most people ever begin. So where do we go from here? We've identified the causes. We've introduced powerful ingredients. We've even covered essential habits. But now it's time to bring it all together. Because how you use these tools, how you combine them, prepare them, and integrate them into your daily rhythm determines whether they simply sit on a shelf or truly transform your health. The final insight I'm about to share may seem small, but it has the potential to significantly amplify every benefit we've discussed. Ignoring this last piece won't just slow your progress, it could reverse some of the gains you've already made, simply because your body won't be able to absorb or utilize these nutrients properly. So pay close attention. This final step is essential. Everything we've explored so far has led us to this moment. Not just the ingredients themselves, but the philosophy behind how we use them. Because healing isn't about isolated efforts. It's about synergy, about understanding how one small action, done consistently and correctly, can unlock the full potential of another. That's exactly what this final step is about, bringing it all together through the right method of preparation. Here's the truth most people overlook. Ingredients like ginger, turmeric, and selenium-rich Brazil nuts are powerful on their own. But when combined properly, they don't just add to each other's benefits, they multiply them. But the key is how you prepare and consume them. Let's start with your mornings. Begin the day with a warm glass of water infused with a few slices of fresh ginger. Let it steep gently, not boiling, just warm, for about 5 minutes. This wakes up your digestive system, stimulates circulation, and prepares your body to receive nutrients more efficiently. After drinking, wait about 10 to 15 minutes before moving on to the next step. Then, it's time for your selenium boost. Eat just one Brazil nut, ideally alongside a light, healthy fat, like a few slices of avocado or a drizzle of olive oil on whole grain toast. This combination helps your body absorb the selenium slowly and steadily, fueling your thyroid and improving your baseline energy and circulation throughout the day. In the evening, you shift the routine slightly. This is where turmeric comes in. Prepare a warm golden milk using unsweetened plant-based milk, like almond or oat. Half a teaspoon of turmeric, a pinch of black pepper, and a small amount of coconut oil or ghee. Heat gently, never boiling, until it's warm and comforting. Sip it slowly about an hour before bed. Not only does this help reduce overnight inflammation and fluid retention, but it also promotes deeper rest, allowing your body to do its natural repair work more effectively. These 3 steps, morning ginger water, Brazil nut with healthy fat, and evening golden milk, form a powerful daily rhythm. They align with your body's natural cycles, support your digestion, enhance nutrient absorption, and target the root causes of swelling and poor circulation. But consistency is everything. It's not a one-time fix. It's a gentle shift toward balance, repeated daily. And now the bonus insight I promised. This one change can elevate everything. Begin your day with a tall glass of lemon water about 15 minutes before your ginger tea. Why? Because lemon water slightly alkalizes your system, wakes up your liver, and boosts your body's ability to absorb the anti-inflammatory compounds that follow. It's subtle, but incredibly effective, almost like priming a canvas before you begin to paint. Skipping this step doesn't make everything else ineffective, but including it helps your body make the most of what you're giving it. Now let's zoom out for a moment. Think about what we've done here. We started by listening to the body's whispers, those signs like swelling, fatigue, cold hands. We explored what they mean. We introduced ingredients rooted in both tradition and science. We layered in habits that support your system instead of stressing it. And we've ended with a blueprint, a ritual that's not just practical, but deeply nourishing. This is how true change happens, not through extremes, not through fear, but through knowledge, trust, and small actions repeated with care. When you treat your body with respect, it responds. When you support it naturally, it finds its rhythm again. So here's your invitation. Take this information and make it part of your life. Share it with someone who might benefit. Try it for a week, then notice the difference. Maybe your energy improves. Maybe your feet don't swell at night. Maybe you just feel more grounded. That's the power of working with your body, not against it. And if this helped you, let others know. Like, comment, subscribe, whatever keeps this conversation going. Because when we learn together, we heal together. And in a world filled with noise, that kind of clarity and connection is more powerful than ever.